السلام عليكم. أحب أعرفكم بنفسي في الأول. أنا اسمي رنا عماد. حاليا بحضر الدكتوراه دلوقتي بتاعتي في البلانت هرمون في ألمانيا، ومتطوعة في فريق الندوات في مشروع خطوات، هو إحدى مشاريع مؤسسة علماء مصر. في نبذة سريعة كده هعرفكم بالمؤسسة وأهدافها. مؤسسة علماء مصر مؤسسة غير ربحية تم تسجيلها حديثا في أمريكا. هدفها الرئيسي إحداث طفرة علمية للنهوض بمصر، تمتد فائدتها بعد كده لكل دول العالم. المؤسسة بتسعى لتحقيق دوت عن طريق 5 مشاريع رئيسية. 2 منهم تم البدء فيهم، مشروع وعي ومشروع خطوات. مشروع وعي هدفه الرئيسي نقل العلوم الحديثة وتكنولوجيا للطلاب والباحثين في مختلف المجالات. مشروع خطوات هدفه الرئيسي تنمية مهارات الطلاب وصغار الباحثين ومساعدتهم في استكمال دراستهم بالخارج. ويعتبر فريق الندوات أحد الأذرع اللي بيحاول يساعد في الهدف دوت. بنحاول من خلاله نعمل محاضرات لتنمية المهارات وننبه الطلاب بخطوات الدراسة بالخارج والمنح المهمة. محاضرة النهاردة إن شاء الله هتناقش منحة مهمة جدا، هي منحة من منح الاتحاد الأوروبي، منحة فاطمة الفهري. هي مقدمة لمصر وبعض دول شمال إفريقيا، تحديدا الجزائر وليبيا وتونس والمغرب. بإذن الله المحاضرة هتبقى باللغة الإنجليزية. المحاضر اللي معانا هي ميس أولجا، هي رئيسة المشاريع الدولية في قسم العلاقات الدولية بجامعة ديوستو باسبانيا، وهي الجامعة المنسقة للمنحة في السنة دي. فإن شاء الله ميس أولجا هتبدأ بالمحاضرة، وبعد إن شاء الله المحاضرة ما تخلص هنحاول نعمل ديسكشن، وأي حد محتاج يسأل أي سؤال يا ريت يكتبه لنا على الشات أو يكتبه لنا على صفحة الإيفنت، واحنا إن شاء الله هتحاول ميس أولجا إنها تجاوب على كل الأسئلة. برضو بما إن المحاضرة هتبقى بالإنجليش ممكن يبقى في ناس مش تقدر تفهم كل الكلام. إن شاء الله هنحاول بعد كده إن احنا نترجم نحط سبتايتل أو نترجم المحاضرة. في الأسئلة لو حد محتاج يسأل سؤال بالعربي احنا ممكن نترجمه له، مفيش أي مشكلة. تمام، إن شاء الله تستفيدوا بالمحاضرة. So thanks a lot for all of you guys. Now I will let you with Miss Olga. She will discuss the chances and the opportunity to study abroad in Europe. She will speak specifically about Erasmus Mundus Scholarship Fatima Al-Fihri, which will offer scholarship for Egypt and Libya, Morocco, Algeria, and Tunisia. So let's start. Miss Olga, can you speak now?
Yes, thank you very much. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Fantastic. Thank you very much, Dr. Ahmad. We are really thankful for all the support that you have provided us for organizing this event. And also we would like to thank you all for being there, for taking 2 hours out of your time. And we really hope you find these opportunities a very interesting one and very profitable for you. Indeed, we're going to talk about the program Erasmus Mundus Action to Fatima Al-Fihri, that it's dedicated for the north of Africa, plus Egypt and Libya. We will have in our introduction, in our presentation, an introduction for Erasmus Mundus, what is Erasmus Mundus. We will go from the general to the specific. We will talk about Erasmus Mundus Action 2. We will concrete then we have a second call for applications for scholarships, and we will present to you the European universities that you could attend to. So we will start with the introduction with about Erasmus Mundus. Well, as you know, this program started many years ago, and Erasmus Mundus is an umbrella of a program that comprehends 3 main actions. The first one, it's a joint master's and doctoral programs for European universities and non-European universities Action 2, which is our action in the program that we will be talking about, it's about enhancing the cooperation between higher education institutions in Europe and in third countries or non-European countries. And Action 3, that it's mainly to promote the excellence and attractiveness of Europe as a destination for higher education. The second, let's go to the here. Yeah, let's talk about a little bit about Erasmus Mundus Action 2. Well, as I told you before, this is a work frame to promote the institutional cooperation, and this cooperation is translated in a main activity, which are grants. These grants are for third countries to come to Europe to study, and vice versa, for Europeans to go to universities in non-European countries to study. And there are so many areas covered by this program. In Action 2, we have, these are divided in 2 strands. The strand 1, it's more devoted to the development programs, and it's founded by the instruments that are dealing with development and with neighboring countries, which is the case of North of Africa. And then we have another strand, which is ICI, which is industrialized countries. This is mainly for Gulf countries, North America, Canada, yeah, stuff like this. So we will be very specific about the program Erasmus Mundus Action 2, Lot 1, Fatima Al-Fihri. This program, it's only for students and staff that are citizens or that are national of North of Africa. That includes Maghreb, Morocco, Tunisia, Algeria, Libya, and Egypt. Yeah? These are the 5 countries that are included in this program. And we'll also have 9 European universities that you could attend to when it's located in Belgium, in France, in Germany, in Italy, in Luxembourg, in the Netherlands, in Portugal, and in Spain. So this work as a team of people who joins, team of universities that joins in order to provide scholarships in these universities. Yeah. So, well, most all universities in Europe are very well experienced with international mobility. They are very international universities, as well as the North African universities that are participating. And there are different types of mobility that this program includes. One, it's I'm having a guidance here from Dr. Remat that my mic is too loud. Probably you can hear me better now. Yeah, I think it's better now. Yes. Thank you, Mohammed. Okay. So yeah, I was saying that this program includes different types of mobilities. If you're an undergraduate student, if you would like to have a master, a doctorate, a postdoc, an administrative and academic staff, this program might be for you, because we have scholarships in these different types of mobilities. Please keep in mind that this is mobility for this program means from North of Africa to Europe and from Europe to North of Africa. It's not possible within this program to participate in the mobility within the same regional area. So it's not possible that a student from Egypt to go to Libya or vice versa, because it's from North of Africa to Europe and from Europe to North of Africa. This is a very important slide that we have here. You know, you will have to register in a website. All the application is done by online, and you have to upload documents there and everything, and you must be able to identify yourself within a target group. We have 3 different target groups. The first one are the ones who are registered or the ones who work in one of the universities that are member of the consortium or the partnership. We will see this at the end of the presentation. You will see the members of the partnership, the universities. And but at the same time, target group 1 must be national of the countries targeted in this goal. So from North of Africa or from European Union. At the same time, we have target group 2 that are all students and all staff that are registered or that work at a higher education institution and that are not related, enrolled, or linked to any of the universities member of the consortium. And finally, we have target group 3, which are all national of the targeted countries that are in a very vulnerable situation, or in particular vulnerable situation. And we have identified this group as refugees or asylum seekers. So if you know, or any of you happen to be someone who has a refugee status, or you have been granted asylum, and you are national of North of Africa, then you are eligible. Actually, I would like to mention that this group, we have a special interest in this group because it's not easy for us to target this particular group. So we would be very thankful if you could pass the information to anyone that you know that could benefit of this grant. So I hope you had this clear, that target group 1, target group 2, and target group 3 must be national of the targeted countries. The difference between target 1 and target group 2, it's target group 1 must be registered or related in a way to the partner universities, and target group 3 are people who are in vulnerable situation that we identify as refugees. Okay, let's go on and let's talk about something that could be probably the most interesting part of the presentation, and it's what it's covered by the grant. When we talk about this grant, please keep in mind that we call this type of scholarship a full one. That means that you don't need extra funds in order to study in here once you have this grant, because this will allow you, this amount of money will allow you to live in Europe, in all the countries that I already mentioned, without big problems. You will have enough money to live in here, and yeah, at the same time, I mean, this is considering that you will have a student life. So you will get in this grant a monthly subsistence allowance. That means that every month you will receive an amount of money that is totally related to your type of mobility. So for undergraduate, we have 1,000 euros. For masters, 1,000 euros. For doctorate, 1,500. For postdoc, 1,800. And for administrative staff and academic staff, 2,500 euros per month. I would like you've seen that there are brackets for masters, doctorates. Yeah, let me use this one. Okay. Yeah, in here you can see that there we have brackets here, and here. And I would like to explain to you that we are talking here about a second call. We had already the first call last year and this very same month, and the mobilities for masters, doctorate, and postdoc have been fulfilled already. So for this program, we have available mobilities for undergraduate and for academic and administrative staff. So we will refer to only to this type of mobilities, and we would like to disseminate this type of mobilities because these are the ones that we need in order to complete the mobility scheme that we promised to the European Commission. So again, we will need undergraduates at target group 1 and target group 3. Remember that target group 1 are nationals of the countries that are currently enrolled or registered in a university partner or member of the consortium. And remember that target group 3 are the refugees or asylum grantees. At the same time, staff are those who work as academics or professors or as a administrative staff in any of the universities of the consortium. That's target group 1. Also, we have grants for these professors or academic or administrative staff that are working right now in a university that is not member of the consortium. Yeah. Okay. So let's go on with what's covered by this scholarship. We mentioned already a monthly subsisting allowance, but we also have a round-trip ticket. That means that you will have one ticket to come to Europe and one ticket to go back to your country. You will be also covered by an insurance that will be responsible. It will be there for you if you have any health situation or accident. And then you also will have the tuition fees included. That means that you don't have to pay anything once you have this grant. See? Okay. As for the durations of the scholarships, for undergraduate, we have from 1 semester to 10 months. And for administrative staff, it's 1 month for this scholarship. Yeah, and then from Europe to North of Africa, we have for undergraduate the same duration, 1 academic semester to 6 months, and for administrative and academic staff 1 month. See, the difference is that for North of Africa, the undergraduate program lasts up to 10 months. And that would be 10 months would be 1 academic year. It's considered 1 academic year. Okay. Well, you will see a link here that unfortunately we cannot connect to with the website, but you just need to follow this link in here, and you will find the fields of studies that are offered in the program. You will find all type of mobility at undergraduate level. That means that all fields of study, academic programs will be offered there. You have to go through this link before writing your application, because you will have the possibility of choosing three different universities, three different institutions, in order to multiply your opportunities of being selected. So you can go through these fields of studies that I mentioned in the previous slide, and well, you'll find there your program. We would like you to keep in mind that we will start the call for applications on October 29th, midnight. That would be next Tuesday, inshallah. And the deadline to apply, it's January 15th, midnight. This is the deadline to apply. So all documents and the application and all documents must be uploaded by then, because this is when the website is going to be closed. Again, as we mentioned before, we would like to remind you that this call will be open for undergraduate mobilities for Target Group 1 and Target Group 3. Administrative and academic staff for Target Group 1 and Target Group 2. And for both type of mobilities, undergraduate and staff, will be open for North African and European applicants. As I told you before applying, it is important that you check in the website who can participate. In these specific mobilities, again, sorry to insist in this, but this is very important. It's Target Group 1 and Target Group 3 undergraduate, and Target Group 1 and Target Group 2 for academic and administrative staff. And the fields of study are the ones that are mentioned in this link. And the applications for instructions. You will find important guidance in this website. So this chart that you see here, it's summarizing the grant and the call for application. To whom is this open for? The target groups that will be participating in this call, the monthly allowance that you are going to receive if you are an undergraduate or if you are an administrative or academic staff, the mobility period, the insurance will be included, travel costs, and the tuition fees also will be, included. Now let's talk about the eligibility. For undergraduates, you must have at least one academic year. Students in second year and third year mobility period is not available for last degree year. What it means? That means that you are not going to be granted a degree in Europe for this goal for undergraduates, because this is what we call a mobility. Mobility means that your home university, let's say that you are a student from Alexandria in Egypt. Well, you are studying there, let's say, mathematics. You are doing your bachelor degree in mathematics, and you are in the second year of mathematics. And you enter in the website and you find that in Technical University of Berlin, it's offered one semester in mathematics. So you will go there and you will have the experience to see how it works there, and you will take subjects there, a full academic load there, which is 30 CTS per semester. And then once you finish your mobility in Technical University of Berlin, you will go back to Alexandria, and they will recognize whatever you have been doing in Technical of Berlin. So you will get your degree will be granted at Alexandria University. So what do you need in order to apply? Well, remember, you have several months to collect the following documents. You are going to need a passport. If you're a target group 1, that means you know, the students who are registered or enrolled in a program in a partner university, then you need to prove it. You need any type of proof that you are registered and you're in this university, in a partner university. Let's say a receipt of your enrollment or whatever document you think it's proof of this. And if you're a target group 3 and you would like to apply for an undergraduate, then you will need to upload a document issued by Higher Commissioner for Refugees. And this could be a travel document or asylum granted document. And also, it doesn't matter if you're target group 1 or target group 2. In general, you're going to need your transcripts of records. If you are in your second year, then just upload the first year transcript of records and a language level test. Please, about the language level test, if you go through the website that we already mentioned, which is here, apply, and you go to fields of studies, you will find lots of information in each program. Each university has prepared a very extensive information about the program that they offer. And each program, even within the same university, can have different requirements for the language. In the case, I will explain the case of University of Deusto, that it's, we will talk about later about the universities, but the university that we know better because we were the coordinators in Deusto. The language test, we don't need any type of TOEFL or anything similar. What we need is a proof of your level. This could be prepared by the university, mainly by the university. So for us, this is okay. But of course, that depends on the university, and that depends on the even the programs, because each program could have higher or lower scores for this language test. So please just keep in mind that this final requirement language test will depend on the information that you will find in alfihri.eu fields of studies. Yeah. Okay. Another very important thing that my colleague it's reminded me here, it's that all your documents are not, I mean, you can just upload the documents as you have them. We don't need official translator, or we don't need any type of specific certificate and any type of official recognition of the documents that you're going to send. Please just send a copy of the original ones, and you can translate yourself these documents, because at this point you are just going to present your academic documents, and it's not needed you to start, using your money to legalize documents or to get official stamps. Not yet. If you get granted, then you will be informed, and then of course you have to go through this procedure, but right now it's not needed. Also remember, as I mentioned before, that the application is absolutely online. It's a procedure that it's done online. Of course, you will find in our website, in here, alfihri.eu, you will find all the information, even the contact information. If there's something not clear enough for you, and if there's something that you would like to ask, you will find the contact person in this website for each university, and the contact also of the coordinator of the program. So if you have any type of question, we will be more than happy to answer all your questions. But all the information is online and in this website, and we will be very happy to, give you more information if you need it. Okay, so now let's talk about the staff and administrative and academic staff. This is mainly for, as I mentioned before, target group 1 and target group 2. Again, target group 1 are the ones who are working already in a university that it's part of the consortium, and target group 2 are also national of North of Africa that are working in a university that doesn't belong to the partnership. Okay, so as for the documents that we are going to need, you will see if you're a professor that you're following this lesson or this event, you will find that this is a very easy one. It's even easier for administrative and academic staff than for undergraduate students. You will need only your passport. For a target group candidate, you will need a proof of registration at a partner university. That means we are going to need a letter of your dean, the director of the service that you're working in, saying that they are backing your application and that you are indeed a professor or an administrative staff of the university that it's member of the consortium. Even if you are not a target group 1, that means that you don't belong to a university of the consortium, a letter backing your application, it's highly recommendable, because of course you will be your staff from a university, you will be out for a month and most likely you will be paid, so it would be good that your university use this opportunity to in a strategic way to develop cooperation links with a university that they think can be a good one for developing these cooperation links in specific academic fields. Okay, so I'll go on. The CV in English, it's needed, and a work plan. What's a work plan? This is something very simple, where you describe what would you like to be doing while you're in Europe. Remember, this mobility is for 1 month, so you could, let's say, divide it by weeks. You can describe by weeks what would you like to do within the first week, second week, third week, and fourth week. And of course, this is, we recommend you to read first the website of the university and the program that you would like to apply. You will find all this information and the link that I mentioned before, the one that is alfihri.eu field of studies. You will find this in there, and you will find here important information, because it's very important that your work plan will match with the area that you are going to apply to. This means that if you are a professor in civil engineering and then you are specializing materials and you want to work with someone at let's say Groningen in the Netherlands that has the same expertise, well, you must be sure that they have the expertise in order to ask for this university. Okay, but this information, as I told you before, it's online. Well, once you are applying, as I mentioned before, you will have the opportunity to choose 3 options. If you apply for a European host institution, you will find you can decide on over 3 options. We have, remember, 9 universities to choose from, and you will show your preferences in 3 options. And the first one will be consider your first priority, your second priority, and your third priority. So, of course, you will, let's say, prove that you have more interest in the first option and a little bit less in the third one. Again, the fields of studies are there already described in this website that we mentioned before. So these are the partner universities that are member of this consortium. From the north of Africa, we have Université Verdier. In Morocco, we have Université Mohamed Premier and Université Kadiadiat. In Egypt, we have Suez Canal University, Cairo University, Alexandria University, and University of Aswan. Tunisia, we have Université de Monastir, Université de Jondouba. In Libya, we have Libyan International Medical University, LIMU, and Omar Mukhtar University. As for Europe, we have 9 universities spread in Spain. It's University of Deusto, which is the coordinator of this program. The Netherlands, University of Groningen in the Netherlands. In Germany, we have Humboldt University. In France, we have Université of Lille. In Luxembourg, we have University of Luxembourg. In Belgium, University of Mons. In Italy, University of Padova. In Portugal, University of Porto. In France, University of Strasbourg. So please now let me introduce you very briefly to all these universities in Europe for you to have an idea. We're going only to mention something very short about each university to give you just a feeling of what are these universities about. And because the main thing for us are your questions, and we would like to have enough time for your questions. Okay, we will start with University of Deusto, the coordinator of the program. As you can see, this is located in Spain, in the north of Spain, in Basque Country. This is located in Bilbao. And the main programs that we offer at undergraduate level and academic and administrative staff are business studies and management sciences, education and teaching training, engineering and technology, humanities, languages, and law. All these programs can be offered in English and in Spanish, of course. And for the academic and administrative staff, we offer, it's mainly for the academic, business studies and management, education and teaching training, languages, law, social sciences. These areas are offered also in English and Spanish. So if a professor would like to visit us, you can, you don't need to speak only Spanish. Both languages will be fine. As for administrative staff, we are welcoming all staff that are working at international relations offices or international relations affairs related to cooperation, development of cooperation with other universities. This type of offices or services, we will be, we'll be most welcome to receive them. Now, University of Groningen, it's located in the north of Europe, in the Netherlands, and they offer all programs at English level, and of course they speak Dutch, and they offer architecture, architecture and urban and regional planning, geography and geology, humanities, languages, social sciences at undergraduate level. As for the academic and administrative staff, they offer humanities, medical sciences, natural sciences, social sciences, and of course they welcome administrative staff. Humboldt is located in a beautiful city of Germany, which is called Berlin, and it's a very lively city, and they have a wide offer at undergraduate mobility. They offer agricultural sciences, art and design, business studies and management sciences, education and teaching training, geography and geology, humanities, languages, mathematics and informatics, medical, natural and social sciences, communication and information sciences, and physical education and sports sciences. Remember, you have to check the website on all academic fields to know the language requirements for each program. I would like to reinforce this idea. Most programs at undergraduate level in Humboldt are in German, so we really highly recommend you to go online first before making your mind. Okay, as for academic level, they offer for academic staff and administrative staff agricultural sciences, architecture, urban and regional planning, art and design, business studies and management sciences, engineering and technology, geography and geology, humanities and languages, law, mathematics, informatics, medical, natural and social sciences. University of Lille, it's located in France. It's very close to Paris, and also from Belgium. It's very close to Belgium, and they offer at undergraduate level. They offer at undergraduate level art and design, business studies and management sciences, education and teaching training, engineering and technology, geography and geology, humanities, languages, law, mathematics and informatics, natural and social sciences, communication and information sciences, physical education and sport sciences. Well, Lille one, actually it's 3 universities in one. They have 3 different campuses. They offer, it's very wide, and at undergraduate level most programs are offered in French. So please also keep this in mind and check this in the website, academic fields, in order to be sure the language level that you need. As for administrative and academic staff, they are accepting the following backgrounds: agricultural sciences, architecture, urban and regional planning, engineering and technology, geography and geology, mathematics and informatics, natural and social sciences. As for Luxembourg, this is a very, very international university. Luxembourg, it's a very small country located in Europe, in the middle of Europe, that work in several languages simultaneously. They work in French, and English, and German, and of course Luxembourgish, but yeah. So you can find at undergraduate level business studies and management sciences, education, engineering and technology, geography and geology, humanities, languages, law, mathematics, natural sciences, social sciences. We're mentioning huge blocks, but you know that within social sciences you can find many more academic fields. So these are the big blocks that they have and they can offer. As for academic and administrative staff, I'm afraid they don't accept, or they don't have any open for academic or administrative staff. But University of Mons, it's located in Belgium. Belgium is in the middle of the European Union, and they have at undergraduate level, they offer languages and medical sciences. University of Mons work mainly in French, and at undergraduate level. For academic and administrative staff, medical sciences, natural sciences, and social sciences. Now we have another interesting university, which is University of Padova. This is a very old university located in Italy, in the north of Italy, and they offer at undergraduate level agricultural sciences, architecture, urban and regional planning, arts and design, business studies and management sciences, education and teaching training, engineering and technology, geography, geology, humanities, languages, law, mathematics, informatics, medical, natural and social sciences, communication and information sciences, physical education and sports sciences. Okay. Now for academic and administrative mobility, they accept all staff with the following background: agricultural sciences, architecture, arts and design, business and management, education, engineering, technology, geography and geology, humanities and languages, law, mathematics, informatics, medical, natural sciences, physical education and sports. And for administrative staff, they offer all type of mobilities, mainly at International Relations Office. Now we have University of Porto. It's located in the city of Porto in Portugal, south of Europe, and they offer undergraduate mobility at agricultural sciences, architecture, urban and regional planning, arts and designs, business studies and management sciences, education and teaching training, engineering and technology, geography, geology, humanities, languages, mathematics, informatics, natural and social sciences, communication and information sciences. As for academic and administrative staff, you can see they have a wide offer in agriculture, architecture, business, education, engineering, geography, humanities, languages, social sciences, communication, physical education. And as for the academic staff and international cooperation, international relations, student services, and information resource center. I would like to remind you that to have more information about the specific program that you are interested in. Let's say that you are a student of agriculture, let's say, and you are specialized in watering, let's say. Of course, you are not going to find here watering, but you will find it within agricultural sciences. So you will find all the offer for agriculture within this main title in the fields of studies that we mentioned before that are going to be in the website. At the same time, keep in mind that each university has different requirements at language level, so you have to check for this information. Okay, now we will talk about the last university that it's a member of the consortium, which is the University of Strasbourg. This is a very well-known university in Europe. They're very famous because of research mainly, and they are located also in France. And at undergraduate level, they have arts and design, mainly taught in French. As for academic and administrative mobility, they offer this type of mobility at art and design level, business, humanities, languages, mathematics and informatics, natural sciences, physical education, and sports sciences. Okay, these were our universities, all the universities that are member of the consortium. This is a very small and very short presentation about these universities, but you will have wider information within the website. That it's, again, www.alfihri.eu. And we would like to remind you that the second call for applications will start on October 29th, midnight. That means next Tuesday. And the deadline to apply is January 15th, midnight. And now we have some questions. I will really thank you for your attention. Dr. Emad will take it from here. Thank you.
Thanks a lot, Ms. Olga. Actually, it was a nice presentation and very informative. So let's start the questions part, guys. So إن شاء الله دلوقتي هنبدأ الأسئلة. كان في أسئلة already اتبعتت يعني على خطوات هنحاول نرد عليها دلوقتي. انا اوريدي مجهزاها. ميس اولجا هتحاول ترد عليها سؤال بسؤال، وبعد كده هنبدا ناخد الاسئله اللي اتسالت دلوقتي ان شاء الله نحاول نرد عليهم. لو الوقت كمان كفى ان شاء الله ممكن نفتح المايك لاي حد حابب يسال اي سؤال. من المحاضره كلنا عرفنا ان الكول دي بس هتبقى للاندر جراديوس، يعني طلبه البكالوريوس اللي لسه ما خلصوش وعايزين يروحوا يكملوا سمستر بره، وللاساتذه اللي عايزين يروحوا يقعدوا شهر بره. تمام. So Miss Olga, let's start with the questions.
Yeah, Dr. Emad, should I start
Yes.
with the questions?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Peter is asking us if the following question. I just finished my bachelor studies, Faculty of Law. Is it possible to study different major? Well, yes, this is possible. That depends on the requirements of the program that you would like to study. If you want to study a master's, I would like to remind you that within this call we are not going to have applications for master's at master's level or PhD level. Nevertheless, I would like to tell you, all of you, that there are other programs. Al-Fihri is for the north of Africa. This is one of the 3 programs that are open for the north of Africa. We will be delighted to provide you the website for the other programs. We will have this information in our website. And probably, Peter, you can use this opportunity to apply for a master's within these other programs, because unfortunately we already, let's say, allocate all the master's grants already. Peter asks also if there's any way to facilitate the steps to take this scholarship. Well, yes, everything is clearly explained online in the website that we mentioned already, www.alfihri.eu. www.eu. At the same time, please keep in mind that you will find there contact information, not just for the universities that you are interested also, but also you will find the information of the coordinator. So if you have any question, please feel free, and we'll be very... So if you have questions, please feel free. Now we have a question of Ramdani Hayat. Ramdani says, I am Algerian and I want to participate on this project and I want to know all the steps to register. He also asked if he has to pay, and he's also saying that he's at his 4th year of pharmacy. What are the options for me? Well, Hayat, the steps to register are online. You will go to the website www.alfihri.eu, and you will find in the homepage, you will find to your right a link that says apply. You just apply there, and you just have to follow all the steps that are there. These steps are very, very easy to follow. So, but in any case, if you have any doubt or you have any problem with during this procedure, then just let us know. I would like to remind you that this call is for these students who are already registered in a partner university. So in this case, you should be from Alger 1, Algeria, and in order to apply if you are Algerian. Also, if you happen to have any type of document issued by the Higher Commissioner for Refugee, then you will be also eligible. And as a general question, no one has to pay for this. The only payments that you have to make are related to your visa and for your papers once you get granted, not before. Once you get granted, then you can do this. But while you're here, you don't have to pay for anything related to tuition fees. And for all these students who have been or are interested in applying and that are in their last year of their bachelor degree, it's important you to keep in mind that always you ask for this scholarship 1 year before to start the mobility. So if you by the year that you will start your mobility are graduated already, then this mobility won't have any purpose, academically speaking. So we are not going to regard the students that are in their last year, because by the time that they will start their mobility, they will have accomplished their program. Okay, someone that Sausan, please, what's the name here? Just a second. Jamal is also asking, what are the conditions and requirements to apply for these scholarships? There is any chance for dentists? There are chances for dentists if you are an undergraduate, if you're studying your undergraduate level, and at the same time you are currently registered in a university of the consortium. Let us say, for example, if there's someone from Libya, like Omar Mukhtar, or specifically Limu, they have dentistry. Let's say also Cairo also has dentistry. Of course, you can apply for any career, you will find all the information that you need in fields of studies in our website, because all the programs that I mentioned before are included in these grants. So please, we invite you to check the website for this. I have another question from Jamal, and he's asking that these opportunities, if the opportunities are equal for all participants or the chances for staff members are higher. No, actually, the opportunities are equal. Actually the opposite, because we need many undergraduates in order to fulfill the scheme that we promised to the European Commission. We need 53 undergraduate grants, and we need 18 staff. So we are very keen in finding undergraduate students that can use these grants. And also Jamal is asking how to increase my chances to get this scholarship. I would say a tip that will help you a lot is to read, and this is very important, to read what it's in the website of the program. Remember that you will find general information in the Al-Fihri website, but also in Al-Fihri website you will find a link that will take you to the link of the university and the program that this university is offering. And if you get information about the profile of the students that they are looking for at undergraduate level, that will increase a lot your chances. Another thing is to provide all the documents, because many students for some reason don't complete their applications. There are some documents that are not uploaded, and these applications are not considered. So we call, once you upload all the documents and you fill out all the information, you will find, once you have followed all the procedures, you will see there are three main procedures in order to apply. You have to include all your information, personal information. Then you have to choose your 3 universities, being the first one your first priority, and then you have to upload all the documents. At the end, once you have uploaded all your documents, you will have to click on a close application button. There's something, a link there that says close application. Once you're totally sure that you're going to submit your application and that you don't need to fill out anything else, then you click this button and then your application will be submitted to the host university. Yeah. So just be sure that you are fulfilling very carefully your application, that you're studying the website of the program, and then that you are following the profile that they are looking for. Also, the motivation statement, it gives lots of hints for many universities, so be careful with the motivation statement. This is it's a chart that you will find there to fill out your information. It's why you are motivated to apply for this scholarship, what is moving you in order to apply for this scholarship. In this sense, I would like to recommend you that for the European Commission, it is very important you to go back to your country and to your community once you have, taken this opportunity, when you have been in Europe for a while. You go back to your community to give back to your community, give back to your university all that you have learned. So if this can be seen or perceived within your motivation statement, that would be ideal. So this is probably the most important tips that I would recommend you, Jamal, in order to be successful. Okay, Sarah is asking, for students enrolled in a bachelor, would it be possible to register for this program? Of course, yes. Actually, it's a requirement to be enrolled in a bachelor and to have already finished your first year. You cannot start your mobility right after starting your university, but 1 year after being at the university and getting your transcript of records and everything. So it is a requirement you to be enrolled in order to be an undergraduate grantee. So it's a requirement more than a possibility. Sarah is also telling us that the language is also often a barrier, and she's asking if it would be possible to take courses in French or in English rather than in Italian and Spanish, which are far from being spoken in the Maghreb and especially in Algeria. Of course, yes, this is why we have included different universities with different languages profiles for you to study. At the undergraduate level, it is true that 10 months is not enough to learn a language, to invest in learning a language, and you probably should go with whatever it's offered at the universities. For example, Groningen and Luxembourg offers programs in English at undergraduate level. Also, University of Deusto and some programs at University of Porto offers a bachelor in English. So please don't worry about if it's a country located in a Spanish-speaking place, not necessarily all programs are in Spanish. For example, at University of Deusto, we offer many programs in English, and you will see it in our offer. The same with Porto. Groningen, it's in the Netherlands, but they offer many programs at undergraduate level in English. As for French, well, we have plenty offer in French for the students from Maghreb, like in Lille, which is a French university. Strasbourg is also a French university. Mons, located in Brussels, Mons in Belgium, and Luxembourg. So all these 4 universities are French-speaking universities, and at undergraduate level you won't have any problem. Sarah is also asking for architecture students that often don't have much opportunities, and this program can adapt to them. Well, actually, I don't think they have to get adapted, because you will find in the offer lots of opportunities for French-speaking and architecture. We call it already. We said architecture and land structure programs. So architecture, urban planning, and regional planning, you will find this in several programs in several universities, like we mentioned before, Groningen, or I think Lille too. And you have to go online in order to find specific the universities, but you will find this offer. So I hope I answered your question, Sarah. As for Mohammed El Sayed, he's asking, is the score of English exam one of the main factors in the selection? Well, Mohammed El, let me tell you yes and no. Yes, because as I mentioned before, each university has different requirements, and within each university, each faculty might have different requirements, and even within the same faculty, each program that you're interested in can have different requirements. Let's say business let's say in Luxembourg, if let's say you're interested in business, might have the requirement of a TOEFL 500, let's say. But in the same university, probably arts might have a requirement of a TOEFL of 400 points. So you can see within the same university, you can have different requirements. Other universities like Porto, like Padova, like Deusto, our requirements are much more flexible. Let's say we don't need any TOEFL or official language test. A certificate of your university could be fine for most of our programs. So yes, I would say it's an important factor, but please keep in mind that it varies depend on the university and depend of the program. So if you, by any chance, you had your degree in English and your education was in English at your home university, please mention this in your application. Nevertheless, keep in mind that this probably would be enough for Porto, for Padova, for Deusto, but not necessarily for Groningen. So please make sure that you go online, check fields of studies, and check all the information that is there, and they will answer you this question. Okay, we have more questions here. 5 more questions. Rafat Atef is asking, can I apply more than one chance? We recommend you not to do it because you will have the opportunity in, let's say, in one application to apply for 3 universities. And the system has, let's say, a trial question that will identify if you are the same person, and they will delete one of the applications. So probably you could be, taking the risk of the system will erase the one that you are more interested in. So we recommend you to apply just once, and remember, in these applications will count as 3 because you will present 3 different options. Mohammed El Sayed, you have another question. Okay, it's the same. Sorry, I go with Mohammed Magdirisk. How can I apply for this scholarship? It's online. Everything is online, Mohammed. You can find all the information in the website www.alfihri.eu. I think this presentation will be available for you later. So if it's going to be, yes, I'm sure it's going to be available. Dr. Ahmad has told us this. And then you will find the link of the website there. And you will find how to apply. You will find how to apply. You will find the link. You will find application instructions. You will have how to apply. Everything is very clear in the website, and you will find a big, huge square that says apply now, and then you click there and they will give you all step-by-step instructions. And if by any chance, again, Mohammed, if you have any problem applying, just let us know because you will find all our contact information in the website. So it will be a pleasure to answer your questions. We're also asking if there's any source for funding and can I work in the country which I will travel to? Yes, there will be a full source of funding, so good that you won't need to travel. And actually, when you are coming to Europe, you will have a student visa status. You will come as a student, and as a student, you are not allowed to have a work permit. You can, do an internship, things that are related to your program, but not allowed. So you don't need to find this source of funding, because we are actually talking about scholarships, full funded scholarships, and you are not going to need extra funds, inshallah, in order to be here. So I hope I answered your question. And I have another question of Hassan, Mr. Hassan Tolba. He is asking, I have received acceptance from Kassel University. I need scholarship for fund my study. How to search for scholarships suitable for me? I honestly, Hassan, I'm so sorry. I have no idea what Kassel University, where it's located. I can certainly tell you that this is not a member of the consortium. So in this case, I'm afraid that you will not receive funds from this program to go to Kassel, but to go to all the universities that we mentioned before, the European ones. So if you are interested in applying in a scholarship for these universities, please go ahead. And if not, then I wish you all the best finding these funds, needed funds for Kassel University. Okay, and we have Ilham. The question of Ilham: to the graduated students with master degree, branch English, can I have a chance to apply for this scholarship? I'm not sure if you're meaning that you study in a branch of a university of the States or UK in your country. I'm not sure if this is your question. I'm sorry if I'm misunderstanding your question. But unfortunately, as I mentioned before, this grant is mainly for undergraduate students and for staff students, because we already used and allocated all the grants available for at master's and PhD level. Nevertheless, Ilham, you will find in our website another websites of scholarship programs for the North of Africa that have grants for all these types of mobility programs that are just opening this year. They will have their first call, so you will be probably interested in these ones. So I'm sorry again, we don't have a PhD, because I understand you have already a master's degree. For this call, we don't have this one. And yeah, this will answer the second question. So we have more questions here. Someone is asking, I'm a bachelor student at my third year at Cairo University. Which target group you are? Target group 1. You're target group 1, and please make sure that you will apply, because you are eligible because you are in Cairo University. So go ahead and apply. How can I increase my chances in the scholarship? By language certificate, my grades, or what? I think I already answered this question. Please be careful with yeah, we have our translator. We have our questions. I already answered these questions. Be careful with the fields of studies. With the fields of studies that are in the website, and the requirements that are needed there. Okay. The next question that I have, it's from Maya Abir. She has asked in Arab, and we have an interpreter from Arabic in here. Her name is Sausan. She's from Jordan, and she's helping us with this. What is the question, Sausan? Okay. Maya is asking that she wants to study in France, and she's asking that she needs a certificate in French. again, I would like to remind you, Maya, that this information is in the website. I cannot tell you if the university, maybe you might study in Luxembourg or in Lille or in Mons, and each university will ask a different thing. It's true that Mons and Lille understand that you have already you're fluent, totally fluent in French, because you are from you are not mentioned it, but I guess from Algeria or Morocco, Maghreb, any country in Maghreb. So so I think that will be enough. Okay, so I hope I answered your question. Okay, and Maya is asking also about the expenses and the expenses for the scholarship and everything. Well, we would like to say that all expenses, not expenses, but we mentioned already the three issues that are covered by this grant. One is the round-trip tickets. You don't need to worry about getting funded by to get this trip. You don't need to pay tuition fees because you will be granted a scholarship, so you don't need to pay your studies, and you will receive a monthly allowance. If you are interested at undergraduate level, you will receive a monthly allowance of 1,000 euros. That is enough to live here. So I hope I answered your question. We have a question here, very nice, from my staff. The question is, do we spend the specified scholarship time as teaching staff, or we can join as a research lab? Whatever you are interested in, Professor, you are most welcome to look for the open opportunities. In a research lab, probably, I don't know, if you, once you start your application, before writing your working plan, before doing this, it is important you to go to the website and look for the information that you will find. I'm not sure if you have your computer with you now. I guess you do. And if you go to the website at www.alfihri.eu, and then you enter to fields of studies, and then you click in fields of studies, you will go to, let's say, another site. This is the database of Loon that we use, and you will find there the big offer that we have for staff. So you can go through the universities that you might know that can have a research lab, let's say Technical University of Berlin, Strasbourg, Lille has a very interesting offer also. So mainly all universities, and check the information that they included there. What are the requirements, and depending on this, choose 3 universities and then point them as your main priority, and you will do this in the apply section, and then you will be ready to work on your working plan, the one that you're going to upload to the application, and then you will say, well, I mean, remember that you will also upload your CV, and you'll say, well, I'm specialized in this area, and I've seen that you have this and this type of lab, and then then Dr. whoever it's working in this area and is specialized in this, I would like to work with him. So the first week I offer to do this, second week I offer to do this. So in this way you can do a working plan that it's suitable for you and will be suitable for the university. Try not to do this unilaterally. You have to read the information that is in the web and mix this with your working plan. But of course, it's possible to join a research lab. And actually, this mobility is very important in order to have more sustainable links of cooperation, such think of a joint research program, a joint publication. Many things can come after this first mobility. So, we invite you to do this. So I hope you are satisfied with the answer, and if you don't, please just let us know. And Maya, it's asking again, it is required to have a language certificate. Okay, she did it now in French, it's translated, but Dr. Emma, don't worry, we have a translator here for Arabic, so you can take a little rest now. Umayma Lucif, it's asking if there's a scholarship for a master's degree. Unfortunately, Umayma, we already allocated all the mobilities for masters, all the grants for masters. But you will find in our website other websites for other programs that are not coordinated by Deusto necessarily, but are our European colleagues that are coordinating these programs, and they are starting this year. There are 3 more programs that are starting this year, and it's of course we can expect to have master's mobility there. So please, it's still not online because we just thought about this information. You will find it in our website, and you will find these, let's say, sister websites that will offer all types of mobilities. So you are also asking, can I have one master biology? I'm sorry again, no, masters is not offered within Al-Fihri this year because we already allocated all the questions. Mahmoud, it's asking in Arabic about the reserve list. He's asking if he's in the reserve list, will we contact him at any time? Yes, Mahmoud, if you are in the reserve list, you will be contacted as soon as some student will decline the invitation for the grant, for having the grants. For the moment, I'm afraid all the grantees for the moment have accepted, and at the same time, we will contact all the grantees that are, or the students that are in the reserve list anytime until September 2015, because until that time, we can have several dropouts. So this is when we will contact you. But you are still in the reserve list, and remember, it depends on the number of dropouts that we have, and we will contact you if we have a dropout. But yeah, for the moment, just let me tell you that we will reach you anytime up to September 2015. Okay? Bassem Mustafa, it's asking, I want more deep detail about how to define target category that I was supposed to belong to. If I am an Egyptian registered master's degree in Turkish university, it is possible to apply for Erasmus Mundus? Could you please clarify the required GPA marks to apply for the scholarship, and it is allowed to graduate to join in? Okay, I'll go step by step. If you are Egyptian registered in a Turkish university, your target group, it's target group 2, because you are a national of the countries targeted by the call, on the one hand. In the other hand, you are register in university that is not member of the consortium. So I would like to remind you that this call is open for undergraduate, target group 1 and target group 2. So I'm afraid you wouldn't be eligible in order to apply. As this is a general answer also for those who are asking for GPA marks. Each university you just upload whatever you have, and each university will decide on your GPA marks. If you have higher or lower, that will depend on the view of each host university in order to select you or not. But there's no specific and required GPA marks in order to apply. Ali Taib, it's asking, what is the limited number of master's applications accepted from Algeria to Europe? It is not a limited number. It wasn't a limited number, but we already fulfilled this scheme, and we received 44 from Algeria to Europe. So as you can see, it's a very, very large number. So out of this total, I couldn't tell you exactly how many from Algeria right now. But if you are curious, please send us a message and we will send you further information. You are also asking, a candidate who has a master's degree, it's right to apply for another master's in the same field of study. It's totally up to you. But we, of course, encourage you, Ali, to apply for a PhD program. And actually, Ali, if you already have a master's, I really invite you to apply for a PhD program. I would like to remind you that there are 3 other projects coordinated by other European universities that will start this year, your call for applications, and you will be able to benefit of a scholarship of 36 months in order to study PhD. So please, Ali, you will find this information in our website at latest news in this section of alfihri.eu. You will find it there. As soon as we finish this session, we will update it, because we would like that all of you who are following this seminar will benefit in one way or another of this opportunity, not only to the ones that Al-Fihri is offering, but all the grants that the Commission is offering for the North of Africa. So if you're a master's, if you are a PhD student, please just follow our website, and you will find the links where you can apply for this type of scholarships. Okay, Mahfour Rashida, it's asking, how can I have access to this project? Again, you can have access to this project through our website, www.alfihri.eu. See, this is where you can. So we have Mahmoud, he's telling us, I'm graduated from medical school, Alexandria University, and I start on doing my master's, but I would like to take another master's from Europe in molecular sciences. In what case will I belong to target group 1 or target group 2? Mahmoud, in our group, in our Al-Fihri program, you would belong to target group 1. But unfortunately, we don't have available any master's grant anymore, because we allocated this last year. But again, please, Mahmoud, check our website, because we're going to update our information, and you will find 3 different links to different programs coordinated by different European partners, or different European coordinators in Europe, that will show you different opportunities for masters. Within Al-Fihri, unfortunately, we won't have any opportunity for masters or for PhD students, but you could benefit from this one, from these links. So we encourage you to do it. Okay, we have more slides. We have you're the same. You're the same, Mahmoud. In U.S., medical docs are able to apply for postdoc jobs in fellowship. Is that possible in Europe through Erasmus Mundus? Absolutely. It's but no. I'm sorry. No, medical doctors, no, because when you have you have followed a program in medicine, we don't consider this a doctor. Doctor is to have a PhD. So if you have a PhD, if you have gone through bachelor degree, master's, and you finished your doctorate program, then you could be considered a postdoc. So in Europe, it doesn't work like this, like you're mentioning, and I'm afraid in the States it's the same. You could do it in specialty, but it's not that you are medical sciences, but that would be considered here a bachelor. How can I judge between two applicants? Apply for a master's in molecular sciences, I am afraid I don't understand your question, but again, I told you already that you are probably interested in a master's, and Al-Fihri doesn't offer this type of mobility for this call, but you can check the website to find more opportunities. My GPA is low. How can I improve it? Unfortunately, this grant won't give you much time to improve your GPA because you have to upload whatever you have so far. So I will tell you and will invite you to study more in the future probably, but not much to do right now. So again, Mahmoud, please check our website in order to find the other ones. Okay, now we have Ibrahim. Ben Ibrahim. I am my first year of PhD. Can I continue my studies in Europe through this scholarship? Yes, you can continue this your program. Actually, you would be interested in something that is called sandwich PhD. That means that your home university will be the same one that you have in your country, but you will come to Europe to study 10 months or 6 months, let's say, to work in research, to work in a chapter of your thesis, to work closely with this expert in your area, to collect data. But your degree will be granted once you do your dissertation at your home university in your home country. So yes, this is a possibility. Nevertheless, this is not a possibility within Al-Fihri, because again, remember, we're offering only for this call undergraduate and staff mobilities and scholarships. So remember, our website will be included the information that you need in order to apply. Okay, I'm being told that we have 18 minutes left, so I will go through the questions that we have here. What are the steps that I should follow to study in Norwegian country? And what's the language required to study there? I guess that Norwegian country that you are talking about is Norway, and the language is Norwegian, and this is the language, but most programs in Norwegian. Norway is a small country, so most of Norwegians speak English too. Nevertheless, keep in mind that Norway is not represented in this partnership, and I'm afraid we cannot give you any university there, and so yeah, I'm afraid we can help you much to find a university in Norway within this consortium. Okay. We have a very interesting question from Dr. Emat. She's asking how to convert to ECTS. She's talking about a very the pillar of this program, which is recognition. And this is why for mobility, for 10 months, for working in Europe 10 months and get in your country whatever you did here, and I'm not talking about a full degree, but I'm talking about the subjects that you're going to take here as an undergraduate. This is why you should be a target group 1, because there is a commitment signed from all universities that will recognize that have been working in this let's say harmonization of ECTS and the program that the different universities have, and there's a commitment signed by the highest authority of each university, committing the university to the recognition. So this is a very, very important thing. I'm afraid we have more questions here, so I'll go through these questions. So I guess it was clear, the recognition thing. What's the difference between Action 1 and Action 2 for master's degree? Action 1 and Action 2. Okay, that's a good one. Action 1, it's, let's say, a group of universities, European ones, that are working in the same type of master's academic area. Let us say, Deusto has 7 masters, Erasmus Mundus. Humanitarian action is one, lifelong learning is another one, teaching and learning Spanish is another one, regional health, and etc. Transnational law. So you see that all these masters are concretely in a specific academic area. And there is a number of scholarships for non-European students within these specific academic programs. So let's say if you go online and you look for Master's Action 1, then you will find masters with a specific academic area. But masters within Action 2 are all the masters that are offered by the universities members of the consortium. Yeah? So we, in this sense, we are not offering masters in specific areas, but all the masters that are within the universities members of the consortium. So I hope I could explain the differences, because I understand this is very confusing. We are repeating and repeating Erasmus Mundus, so this can be confusing. What I don't understand is that I cannot prove what I validated my year before June. How to? I'm afraid I don't. Let me read your question, because I'm afraid I understand. What I don't understand is what I cannot prove what I validated my year before June. Okay.
Okay, I can help.
Thank you.
I think that he or she is asking that she or he is in the first year in his or her bachelor study, and she wants to know if she can apply for undergraduate for 1 semester abroad, or So
Okay.
she asking how she can validate.
I understand. in order to apply, remember, you must have finished your first year by the time that you're applying. Let us say if you start applying next Tuesday, then you must achieve or finished your first year, last semester. Yeah, so you should be starting the second semester. If you're starting your first semester of the second year, then you can of course ask for in your university the transcript of records. And with this transcript of records, you just upload these documents in the website. You just upload them in the website, and this is the way to do it. But by the time that you're applying, you must have finished your first year of undergraduate at the undergraduate level. Someone is asking me, I guess it's a European one. Maybe, let me check. I'm studying in Tunisia. I'm studying at the University of Luxembourg on the constant basis, but I'm a Russian national with permits de séjour in Luxembourg. I want so much to study first semester in Tunisia. Can I try? I'm afraid you are not eligible because you are not national from the European Union, and there's a specific program for you. That it's called Russia, and I don't remember if it's slot 5 or 4. It is called Aurora. This is one of the programs that have been granted. One it's Aurora, which is coordinated by University of Turku in Finland. This is one that I know because we participate in this one, but there are other 2 more. I think one it's from Bologna, and I don't remember, but if you go to our website, you will find a link to the EACA. You will find like a flag, Erasmus Mundus. This is a link. You click in this link and you will go to the agency or the European Commission website, and then you will find there all the programs available for Russia. So you cannot apply for going within Al-Fihri, but you can apply within a program specifically designed for Russia. And I'm afraid your mobility should be from Russia to European Union, yeah, and not, if you are in Luxembourg, well, I'm not sure if. Yeah, you from Luxembourg you cannot go to Russia because you're Russian. I don't know if I'm clear with this. It's non-European countries must do their mobility to Europe, and non-European students to Europe, and Europeans to non-European countries. And I'm referring here, sorry, to the European Union, because of course Russia is Europe. Okay, I have another question. Is TOEFL language certificate available for language of proof? I cannot pass the test before February. I understand this problem with the TOEFL because this is we have had this for many years, the thing with the TOEFL. I understand that it's very it's easier and faster to do this exam online. So I would like to remind you the deadline is January 15th, so everything must be uploaded by then. You can upload if you want, and if it's requested, yeah, because remember that it's not requested in all universities, the TOEFL. But if it's requested in the university that you are interested to go to, if you want to go to this university, you can upload the receipt that you have taken the test and you're waiting for the results. Because it is true that for some universities, this is a very important requirement, and you are not going to be selected if you don't present the results. But remember that before you apply, all of you apply, we will have more than a month to evaluate and assess your application. So you will have time to submit your results. So I think you will be right on time. Another question I have here. I'm a pharmacist and I want to apply for a scholarship in another field of study, law. Is this possible? Well, that depends on the requirements of each university. If you're a pharmacist and you already finished your bachelor degree and you are planning to start from zero your studies on law, you cannot take part in this mobility. If you are as an undergraduate, if you by any chance are staff who is interested in participating in other fields of study and you're a pharmacist, I'm afraid you will have it's going to be very difficult that a university will pick you or select you because you have a different background that the one that you supposedly are going to take. So at bachelor level, and if you're planning to start from scratches, law is not possible. We have another question here. Do I need acceptance letter from the host university before applying? This is a fantastic question that we have here. Each university has different requirements, and these requirements, it's again in the website and fields of studies. You will find there all the information that it's needed in each university. That depends absolutely about the universities. In the case of Deusto, this is not needed, and actually this is not desired because the professors will participate in many programs, and the professors start receiving many different requests, and they don't know where is this coming from. So we centralized everything at international relations, and we take it from there. But in Deusto, this is not needed, but in the other universities, it might be needed. I think this is requested in Luxembourg, I think, and in Groningen also. So you have to really check what is needed in each case. I think, Humboldt, it's also, they do also ask for this. So just check case by case, and depending on the university you want to apply for, then just go on. We have 4 minutes, so I'll try to be faster with this. Yeah. Okay. Okay, I have more minutes. Sorry, Doctor. Yeah, they just told me. Yes. Yeah. Do I need accept? Okay, I'm sorry. I was a reserve list last year. What is my situation now? We already mentioned this. We had a similar question. If you were in a reserve list, you are still eligible. That depends totally on the number of dropouts that we have from the program. If they don't accept the scholarship, or they decline the invitation, then you are eligible. You could be eligible, and we will contact you anytime until September 2015. So of course, what I'm saying here, you can go on with your life. We are not expecting you to wait for an announcement on what to do, but just I can tell you, the truth is you can be contacted anytime, because especially this year we have had a good number of dropouts, so you might be, Okay, how to convert CTS, we already mentioned this. When will know that we are chosen? This is please let me explain to you a little bit about the procedure after you apply. Okay, remember that you will apply until January 15th. After January 15th, home universities will validate your application. That means they will say, this is my student or my staff or not. And then we will start, at host universities, we will start the ranking of the applications. So based on your application and the documents that you have uploaded, these documents are going to be sent to the different faculties. And these applications are going to be assessed by the professors, and we will have a month to do all these things because we need to do this, very carefully. And in March, all the consortium is going to get together, and we're going to have a meeting, and we will have a list of selected candidates. We will inform by the end of March to all the applicants, even if they didn't get the scholarship, about the results. And you will also find this result, because we're very transparent with this procedure. You will find it in the website. You will find in the latest news section. You will find it published here. So this is more or less when you can expect to be contacted. There's something that I would like to mention, and this is the appealing procedure. You have the opportunity to appeal to this decision, and there's a procedure. This procedure will be online. That will explain you what is needed in order to appeal to the decision, and we will submit to you the reasons of rejection if you need to have these reasons of rejection. Yeah. So this is more or less. We have another question. Is the number of scholarship limited? Unfortunately, yes, because we're working with a closed budget, and this year we need to cover 53 grants at undergraduate level and 18 at staff level. So of course it's limited because it's totally linked to the budget. Okay, Dr. Emad wants to make some couple of questions.
Yes, actually, as most of the scholarship will be granted for undergraduates, so I want to ask if they require to have acceptance letter as the questions before asked, or there is no acceptance letter for undergraduates.
There's no there's no need of an acceptance letter in some universities, but you might be this to be a requirement in some universities. Unfortunately, we cannot go online here to the website, but if you go to Fields of Studies, you will find in the Fields of Studies, you will find this information when you click there. Some universities ask for this. Let's say Humboldt ask for this, or Groningen ask for this, or Luxembourg, they ask for this, but I understand Porto doesn't do it, and Deusto neither. So it's not compulsory. I would say it's not compulsory for most of universities.
I see. Other questions, there is a question from Insaf. She asking if she is already undergraduate and she accepted for undergraduate scholarship, and she say already travel for 1 year, and after that when she will come back to her country, she has to repeat this year in her university or not?
No. Normally, no.
No.
This is why we have been, working. These scholarships are only for the universities that have committed with recognition, and they sign documents. And we have also, besides the documents signed by their rector and president and maximum authority, we have something that is called transcript of records. It's a three-party document that includes the signature of the student, the home university, and the host university, where it's clearly defined the subjects that this student is going to take in Europe and the subjects that are going to be recognized at the home university. So we understand that this shouldn't be a mobility, a cultural one, but must have an academic element behind it. And whatever it's done in Europe must be recognized in North of Africa, and whatever is done in the North of Africa will be recognized in Europe. Always that this mobility, it has been done within the universities of the consortium.
That's awesome. Also, I have another question. I know that you already mentioned in the slides, but I feel like it is very important for undergraduates,
Yes.
that how to convert their bachelor grades into ECTS.
There's no need. There's no need to convert one thing in another, because it works. See, within the consortium, we have the recognition is done by competences and by subjects, and not necessarily by ECTS. Some universities, even when they have in the north of Africa, even when they have ECTS system, let us say in Morocco, let us say Algeria, probably in the real life, and they don't work with ECTS, but they are used to this type of credit, let's say. So it's recognized subject by subject. I mean, it's one subject will mean this one, and this subject will mean this one. We're not going to divide it by credits, but let's say this in their transcript of record will be mentioned the name of the subject that they will take in Europe, and the name of the subject that's going to be recognized for in their program in their countries.
I see. So no need to change the grade. For example, in Egypt, we are most of the national university, like Alexandria University, the grade is by excellent. It's not it's not like American system from 4. So is it okay to say that I got excellent in this course or in this subject?
It's exactly okay. No problem, because there's also an equivalence within this transcript of record. There's an equivalence. At the same time, Alexandria, and as most of the university of this program, are members of a bigger network that is called Tuning, North of Africa, and this is a huge work on harmonization with a North of Africa system and European system. And this university has already a large experience in how to deal with recognition from Europe.
That's perfect. I finished my questions. I'm not sure if any one of guys in the chat there have any other questions. There is another question from Tariq about teaching staff, about staff mobility. He asking if he can apply for teaching training regardless of his specialty, like engineering. I'm not sure if he could do something like that.
What do you think?
I don't think so.
Well, normally teaching training, you must be an expert, or you should be working in the area that you are asking for, because this will be more meaningful, especially to your university. Staff mobility is a very strategic one. For me, this is the core of sustainability of the program, because this is the one that is going to sustain the relationship between one university and another. Once you have two professors together, once you have two colleagues together working in the same area, it's much more easier to develop future projects that don't need this type, that doesn't need this type of funding. Let's say this is the first, or this is the door to start opening this communication, this first contact, and there's always funding for projects for research projects in Europe. So, this is the entrance to, let's say, more sustainable networks, and this is why the universities must use it most smart way possible way, because if you you have one expertise and you visit another department with another expertise, probably you are not going to get very good contact interested in not just in you but in your university. So yeah.
That's nice. Another question
Yes.
is they asking if there is another call for Fatima Al-Fihri in the future to cover the master. I know that there is no, but there is other scholarship. So can I speak in
Yes,
Arabic?
please. I
Maybe
really appreciate
all
it.
of guys
Yes,
understand.
please.
يا شباب في يعني الكول ديت بس زي ما انا قلت للاندر جراديوس للستاف. في كول ثانيه اوريدي فتحت دلوقتي للماستر والبي اتش دي، فيا ريت اي حد يحب يشارك. انا هبعت لكم اللينك دلوقتي، يا ريت يدخل عليه هيلاقي كل الكولز اللي مفتوحه لمصر وشمال افريقيا. في كولز دلوقتي اسمها ايو ميتاليك فاتحه للماستر والبي اتش دي والبوست دوك والاندر جراديوس برضه. يا ريت اي حد انترستد انه يقدم فيها دلوقتي، والديدلاين بتاعها هيبقى في يناير ان شاء الله. بس الفهري مفيش يا صالح. Okay, there is other question asking about.
Yeah, I'm looking at it. It is asking if it includes the possibility of providing mobility opportunities to third country nationals working in public administration, public and private enterprises and non-profit organizations. Absolutely no. This is for Algerians, for Libyan, for Egyptians, for Tunisian, from Moroccans who have a refugee status or have been granted asylum. Only for this group of people, this target group 3, it's available. If you work in an NGO, no, you are not considered a target group 3, but a target group 2.
I think it's very clear answer. Another question. I'm an undergraduate student from Al-Mansour University, and my university is not a partner. So do I have any chance to get an exchange scholarship, please?
Please.
Unfortunately.
No, but don't worry, Saleh. I will, not within our Fihri program, but there are other programs that have been launched and will be launched this year, not coordinated by the University of Deusto. And please check our website and latest news. We will upload the information of this website as soon as we finish this session. So you will have chances. You will have chances. Actually,
Okay, any other question, guys?
You can see in the chat there is a link. This is the link where you can find all the programs granted this year. So this is the link that you need to go to in order to find the programs. But anyways, we will write the websites in our program, so you will see it. Mohammed, you are asking what are these programs. All of these programs are Erasmus Mundus Action too. But remember, this program is all over the world, and it's divided by geographical areas that are called lots, let's say. And we have like 22 different areas, being the first one North of Africa, being the second one Jordan, Palestine, Lebanon, Syria. The third one is, I don't remember, and we have many like this: Latin America, Russia, India, Central Asia. We have up to 22 different areas. So the nationals of these specific areas can apply within these specific programs that are for these specific areas. Look, Fatima Al-Fihri, it's for the north of Africa only, and for European from students from the European Union and professors from the European Union. Okay, do we have more questions? Dr. Ahmad, should we start concluding?
Muhammad, okay. Muhammad again asking about this program, who will not take the university as a condition to be partner in the program. I think that if you are undergraduate, you must be partner. You must be partner, otherwise you cannot apply or you cannot participate.
Personal or professor, that's right.
I'm right.
You're absolutely right, Dr. Ahmad.
Yeah.
You're absolutely right.
Yeah, Muhammad asking about Erasmus Mundus Action 2. This is the website where you should follow to search for other calls.
Okay.
If you would like to find. I think that there is no other questions. Any other questions, guys? So I think that there is no new questions. So I would like to thank you a lot, Ms. Olga, for this presentation. Actually, it was very helpful and very informative.
Thanks to you, Dr. Ahmad. Really, indeed, thanks to you. Thanks to all of you that have been with us during these 2 hours. We are deeply thank you for your attention, and I hope we could solve your questions. At the same time, I invite you to apply if you can apply, and if you are not eligible for this call, please do not worry. You have options in other programs that we will share with you in our website. And once again, Dr. Ahmad, I thank you so very much. This has been very helpful for us, for our program, and hopefully for the students, inshallah.
You are welcome.
Thank you. Thank you.
So thanks for all of you guys. شكرا لكم يا شباب. ويا ريت اي حد محتاج اي اسئله يبعتها دايركتلي للايميل بتاع فاطمة الفهري سكولارشيب او يبعتها على صفحه ستيبس. انا هحط اللينكات دلوقتي، وان شاء الله المحاضره متسجله، وكمان ساعات ان شاء الله والمحاضره هتترفع. تمام. ثواني وهحط اللينكس بتاعت الفيسبوك بيج بتاعت ستيبس. ميرسي جدا ليكم. السلام عليكم يا شباب.